Dear students, today I'll be discussing with you one monument of Turkey. That monument is a historical monument which have changed the foreign policy, the outlook, and probably the political structure of the Turkey. The name of that monument is Hagia Sophia. It is in Istanbul, one of the historical and one of the oldest cities of the country. For this monument, recently Mr. Erdogan, he declared it a mosque. Earlier, it was declared as a museum. Now, why he decided to do so, that we'll discuss. Before that, I would like to tell you its historical background as well as geographical. There are few countries in the world which falls in two continents. One is Egypt, which falls in Asia as well as in Africa. Then Russia, it falls in Asia as well as in Europe. And Turkey. Turkey, it falls in Asia as well as in Europe. So we'll go back to its historical background 1,000 years back. It was in the 4th century AD. There was one emperor, and this area was under the Holy Roman Empire. And this part was ruled by Byzantine Empire. Byzantine was a dynasty which ruled this area. Its ruler, Constantine, ruled from 330. He built one town, that is Constantinople, in 360 AD. He built one church, and after some time, this church was burned. It was rebuilt by Theodorus, another king, somewhere in 440 AD. Then perhaps it was again burnt. Then finally a Roman emperor, Justinus, on 23rd February 532, he started building this church. And for that, he brought the architects from the other countries, from France. And the bricks, they were brought from Africa. It took 5 years to complete it. And he named it Hagia Sophia. And it continued for years and years. Finally, one Muslim invader, a young Muslim invader, he attacked Constantinople, and probably on 29th May 1453, the middle of the 15th century, and he captured this area. On 29th May 1453, finally, this invader, whose name is Fatih Muhammad, he named this Istanbul. Constantinople, he named it Istanbul, and Istanbul means red apple, whose reference is there by Prophet Sahabas. And he built he named that church Hagia Sophia for in the 18th and 19th century. There was a tussle between the France and the England. In the middle of the 19th century, the French general Napoleon III, the nephew of Napoleon Bonaparte, named this area as a sick man of Europe because of the various wars were fought. Just now I have told you, it falls in two continents. Then comes the First World War. After First World War was from 1914 to 1918. And after the First World War, Turkey became a republic. And from 1923 to 1938, Kemal Atatürk, he ruled Turkey. And he made Turkey a secular country. And he converted this mosque into a museum. In 2002, Justice Party came in power in Turkey. And Erdogan became the president. Earlier he was prime minister, then he was president. Now, he declared in May 2020 that he will convert this mosque, this museum, into a mosque. As the policies of Kemal Atatürk, it made Turkey the only Muslim country in the world which is secular. And when it declared, Greece, first of all, objected. Even USA, Russia, European Union, they also opposed the idea of Erdogan. Now recently, he passed the resolution that this museum will be a mosque now. Many people says that why Erdogan is doing so. One view is that he's totally failure in controlling the COVID-19. And just to hide this failure, he wanted to convert the attention of the people. Now, officially, it is declared as a mosque. What will be its circumstances? Circumstances on, as far as Turkey is concerned, its foreign policy, its relations. But I believe there can be a sanctions on Turkey. Already Turkey is facing a lot of sanctions from America. Earlier, they used to have a very good relations. But nowadays, their relations are not good. If it will carries on and more sanctions will be there on Turkey, it can be harmful for the nation. And there can be a sanction from the European Union also. But I believe it can have a support from the Islamic world. But now, with the declaration of this converting the museum into a mosque, it changed the political outlook of the country. Thank you very much.